you know I got it made. Six if you haterade, I keep it G, Gatorade, cause it's game time. So I gotta shine, cause it's game time. Top spot is mine, cause it's game time. Leave it all on the line, cause it's game time. It's game time. Yeah, Block's about to kill it. Yeah. Listen to my words, man, you know I be the realest. Running on E, still give it all I got. Yo, the game's on the line, and I'm Jordan for the shot. So bang, swish, that's the game winner. You looking at a veteran, you really a beginner. Science to deliver.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Center Court. I'm Talad. This is Derek. You know that. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Playoffs are around the corner, and we're so excited to get into it. How you been?
I've been good. Springtime is coming, so I'm feeling good. I'm ready for better weather, but I'm good.
Ready for the playoffs?
I'm ready for the playoffs.
Oh, man.
I'm ready for the playoffs.
Trade deadline's over. All-Star is over. The playoffs are here. Well, they're coming. And, guys, we have a lot to get into. First off, our Boston Celtics are number 5th in the East right now. Number 5. They are right behind the Indiana Pacers, who would have home court if they met in the playoffs, which it's looking like that's what the case is going to be. What do you think, how do you feel about a matchup against Indy, with Indy having home court?
I thank God we get them first round.
No Depot.
I thank God we get Indiana first round. I still have hope we could be 4. The season, there's still a lot of games left. But to get Indy without Oladipo first round, I'm very happy as a Celtics fan. I didn't want to see Philly. I didn't want to see any of these teams first round, especially with not home court. But, if it's any team that we can go on the road and beat and get the series, it would be Indiana, in my opinion. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
I mean, listen, be careful what you wish for in
no,
sports.
of course.
Always, right?
No team is going to be easy in the East right now, but I'll take them.
You'll take them
I'll take
over all
them.
over like a Toronto or
over a Toronto
or a
first round or a Milwaukee first round. I'm scared of Philly. I've been saying that. I don't want to see Philly either, but
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They're a later round team.
I'll take Indy.
For sure. So we've got a few guys who have performed really well, either later in the season or throughout the whole year.
True
of course.
that.
Our main man, Kyrie, about 24 points a game, 7 assists a game, 5 rebounds a game. Those are really great numbers for a guy leading your team, right? I want to talk Jaylen Braun.
Talk to me.
Against Charlotte, our man Jaylen had 29 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Throughout the year, he's had this struggle, right, of kind of adjusting to this new role off the bench. And now, all of a sudden, Jaylen's embraced the role.
That's right.
And he's going for it. This is your Gordon Hayward is like an X factor, but when Jaylen Braun is playing like this at a consistent level, off the bench, how do you even game plan for that?
You don't. That shows the depth of the team. You know what I mean? It's taking a while for everyone to figure out their roles on a consistent basis. That's why we're, 5th. But to see Jaylen playing like that, it's showing what we have, that firepower off the bench. Marcus Morris said we're the best bench in the league. And when you see Jaylen putting up numbers like that, it shows, So I'm ready. Playoff time, we're going to see everybody figure it out. Just like Jaylen's figuring it out. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm happy he's figuring it out now rather than figuring it out in September and then October and then going through the year and then kind of losing it.
Absolutely.
Jason Tatum, he's had a more quiet year than last year, but playoffs, that kid shined in the playoffs last year, He's got about 16 points a game this year, which is good. Against Cleveland, he had 21 points in the first half. Cooled off in the second half, was 0 for 2, no points. But, he's a guy that, again, when he's on, he's on.
It's a diamond.
Right? Just like our next guy, Gordon Hayward.
My man.
Who he's had an up and down season. He just got out of concussion protocol. That was tough to kind of take in. But him and Jaylen Braun,
off the bench.
They're off the bench.
You can't. Y'all gotta give us some time to just get it together. Do you hear the names off the bench? Jaylen Braun, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Morris, whatever they figure out the starting 5 and all that stuff. It's gonna work, playoff time. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it all goes. Gordon Hayward is one of my. I'm a big fan of him. I think, like I said before in the previous show, I think everyone rushed or had high expectations from him coming in. He broke his leg, and I have never seen an injury so bad on TV we'll get to it. We'll get to something else soon. But yeah, I've never seen an injury so bad. And then he's ready for training camp. We rush him. Give him some time. Paul George took 3 years for him to get back to the form that he is now.
That was a brutal injury.
Brutal. You know what I mean? And Gordon, I've seen the flashes of 30 points against the Wolves. You know, I've seen flashes of him being that guy again. And to do it off the bench is just, we can't ask for more.
He's special, guys. Like, what did we say before? There's a clip. I have it. And I told you guys, when the playoffs come around, Gordon Hayward is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
When you need him in the playoffs, Gordon Hayward's going to be there because you let him work through his issues in the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
You wait for it, okay? Right now, I'm saying it. You'd be really happy he's on your team.
I'm very confident in Hayward. Come playoff time when it matters. Regular season, fine. When it comes to the playoffs, everyone's going to figure it out.
Gordon Hayward.
Real talk.
Al Horford, by the way. This is our every show, our love fest.
Platano Bauer.
Okay.
Bruh. Big, heavy favorite.
Last year in the playoffs, can we talk about how much of a machine that man was last year in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Brad Stevens does this amazing thing where he, throughout the year, Al might not play great. He plays solid basketball, but Brad Stevens, helps him conserve energy in practices and stuff. So when playoffs come around, boom, he's MVP big man.
That's right.
And he's flexing and he's showing you why he signed the max contract.
That's right.
That guy carried this team last year in the playoffs. Like Jason and Jaylen and those guys, yeah, but that veteran last year, Al Horford, yeah.
Absolutely.
He absolutely carried this team last year.
Absolutely.
And he's going to, with Kyrie, with Gordon, he's going to be a big piece in the playoffs this year. And I think this team is going to really surprise people.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
It's going to be something.
I can't wait. Sleep on us as the fifth.
I do want to touch upon the Celtics just signed Greg Monroe again.
Surprise! Hey,
you hear about that?
I was watching the Cavs game. I'm like, wait, is that Monroe on our bench?
Moose.
Whoa, big Moose! Welcome back home, man.
Welcome back.
I like that. I like that.
He's familiar with the offense.
We needed a big
system.
man, at least something to claw. Like if Al Horford's on the bench, I like Aaron Baines too. But now we have another piece to just get rebounds. We do not get boards.
Yeah.
Monroe can get boards.
Yeah.
Period.
And he doesn't really need time to familiarize himself to offense.
He's already signed. He signed to us last year.
Last year, he's back again. He's not the most athletic guy in the world.
They call him Moose for a reason.
He's gonna give you good minutes, and he's gonna give you points and rebounds when you need it. And Robert Williams is out with a back injury, so Monroe's more experienced, right? So you need a guy who's going to step in. I love that they did this. I think this was phenomenal. I'm really happy that Monroe's back.
You just put him, I'm happy too. You can just put him right there in the paint. God forbid Horford has foul trouble or Baines is in foul trouble. Or Rob Williams is a rookie. Yeah, Busela is undersized. You throw that boy in there and just clog the middle up. Yep. You got 6 fouls. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. I'm very happy with it. Yeah. I'm very happy with it.
Speaking of our bench, okay, there is someone on this bench who I want to play more.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
Semi Ojeleye, ladies and gentlemen, should be playing more basketball. This kid, I said at the beginning of the year, I think his development is vital to the success of this team. Because he is great and I think if we match up against Milwaukee at some point in the playoffs, you're going to see a lot more of him. You remember last year in the playoffs, he matched up against Giannis, and he did a hell of a job against Giannis. You're going to see a lot of Shemi if they match up against Milwaukee. But Ojeleye is kind of like a baby Marcus Smart in a way. Built like a tank, first of all.
Facts.
He isn't the most offensively polished, just like Marcus isn't, but Shemi can go out and defend.
That's it.
He's a solid defender, and he can go out and he can really lock down some guys if you need him to. And I want him out there, and I want him, if he's hitting threes and he's locking down, he just needs to be a 3-and-D guy, and he is a success in this. Like, I want more offense out of him, but I also want him defensively just to help him and Marcus Smart and Jaylen Braun. Like, that's a really good defensive unit right there.
That's what it is for me. It's just that when he's on the floor defensively, he's that guy. Offensively, I haven't seen the consistency from him. Granted, that's why he needs more minutes, and I agree with that. But that's it. That's what it is for me. I would love to see more of like a offensive development from him. but that's overtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
you know.
in college, he was offensively developed. So
Yeah.
now it's developing it at an NBA level. And I would love to see, I think he can do it. So it's a matter of watching him. It's a matter of Brad Stevens putting him out there and having the confidence in him to go out and give you 15 minutes a game or so, fill a spot for Tatum or Jaylen or somebody, and be able to hold down the fort for a little bit and give you some energy. He's quiet, but he's got energy coming off.
Oh, of
the
course.
bench,
Of course.
So we'll see what happens with the Celtics. We've got a journey. They're gonna be fine, but
We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Prediction still stands. See you in the finals. Boston Celtics.
there it is.
You heard it from me first.
There is.
But we do talk NBA talk too.
We do. Here's some NBA talk for everybody. All right, so the Milwaukee Bucks are number 1 in the East.
Respect
right?
to them.
And they've had a phenomenal season.
Respect to
Great
them.
regular season. They are getting hit with a bunch of injuries now, which is unfortunate timing on their part. But my question is, so Mike Budenholzer does not have a great history. Milwaukee's head coach, if you're not familiar, does not have a great history of in-game adjustments during the playoffs. And as we know, Brad Stevens or a lot of other coaches thrive in in-game adjustments during the playoffs, right? And the Bucks are also not great at defending the three-point line, historically anyway. I haven't watched many Bucks games this year, so, forgive me. How far can this team go in the playoffs? Are they going to be different? Are they going to be a completely different team come playoff time than they have been regular season? We've seen it happen with a lot of teams. They'll have a phenomenal regular season. Playoffs come around, totally different. Can't make a basket, can't function, right?
Absolutely. It's tough for me to say because I do believe in this team this year. I think Giannis he's legit.
He is legit.
He's legit. I mean, if Harden wasn't doing what he's doing, Giannis is my MVP, But things do change in the playoffs. And historically, I haven't seen Milwaukee get very far, In my opinion, because if it all goes the way it's supposed to go, we're going to play them second round, and they're not beating us. So that's, in my opinion, that's where we stand right there for me. At least they get to the second round, but they got to play us. And they're not going to, and then we'll probably, in my opinion, we'll play Toronto. That's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's my prediction at the very most. But they do have a high ceiling. They do. But I don't think they're a better team than us come playoff time. Especially with the injuries. I think Brogdon got hurt. You know what I mean? And Giannis hasn't been past, is it the first or second? No, the second round? Is it first round?
First round.
He hasn't had that deep playoff run. With our team, we have champions on our team. So that's going to play a role. Playoff time is a whole different ball game. We've seen it time and time again. It's a different ball game, different intensity.
Half-court offense. In
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
I haven't seen the Bucks. I don't know what kind of half-court sets they run, but I do know that if you don't have a guy like Kyrie Irving on your team, it's going to be hard.
True that.
And listen, Giannis is like his own man.
He might
right?
he might surprise me.
He's a freak.
He's a freak.
The Bucks could surprise everybody.
Exactly.
But they could also disappoint everybody.
Absolutely.
And the Celtics could do the same thing.
It's very
could
true.
surprise
The
and they
East
could
Coast,
disappoint.
the East Coast is wide open. The East Coast is wide open.
It's going to be fun. Nerve-wracking as heck.
Oh,
by the
yeah.
way, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
So, Bucks, we know, but the Bucks actually really do scare me. I'm not going to
No,
lie.
Giannis.
They're legit.
Giannis is a matchup problem. Period.
Toronto has cooled off, but Toronto is very deep as a team. Like they're
they-
an actual legit.
I don't know if we've had an episode since the trade deadline. I don't know if we've talked about this, but they got Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol, Jeremy Lin
They-
went there.
they're-
That's some depth
yo.
that they've added. That's a legit team, guys. And here's my thing with the Celtics is whoever they play, Toronto, Philly, Indy, Milwaukee, to get to the finals now, they've put themselves in a position where they have to win on the road.
That's right.
Every single series has to win on the road. That is very difficult.
It's very
the
difficult,
playoffs.
but I saw flashes of greatness recently when they beat the Warriors and thrashed the Warriors at Oracle Arena. That game in itself showed me that they can go anywhere and win, period. Like, when I saw it, I was like, what? Huh? 10, 15, 20, 25? What? Like, we're killing them. And if that's the case, then we can beat anybody on their home court. We just have to play as a unit like we usually do, But that's why, like, we're the underdogs. You think we can't play on the road, but we can, and we will. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to discount home court in the playoffs, right? Like, that is...
No, it's serious.
There's something, especially, like, in Milwaukee, in Toronto, like, these places that have these insane fans. And the Celtics won a lot of games last year in the playoffs because they had home court.
At home. It's a challenge.
You know, they also had only young guys. There was no Gordon. There was no Kyrie.
Exactly.
So it remains to be seen.
Exactly.
Kind of where it's at. But if they do manage to make the finals, winning every single series, with not having home court...
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
See you in the finals.
Phenomenal. That'd be something.
Nobody want to see us. Nobody want to see us, man. Maybe I'm overconfident. Playoffs start in 2 weeks, but nobody want to see us.
I do want to say there's going to be a team in the playoffs this year who we haven't seen in the playoffs. I don't think since in a while. The Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are making the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
Respect.
And right now, they are number 6 in the East right now.
Best bench celebrations in the league. If you don't know, hopefully we'll show you.
I am so happy that I can root for this team.
Respect.
Like your draft picks are not ours anymore, so I can root for you again.
Respect.
I do want to talk about D'Angelo Russell in the season he's having.
Most improved player.
I have so much respect for this kid because Magic Johnson was like, "Oh, I'm gonna trade him for a leader." Okay, first of all, the disrespect.
And they don't even have Brook Lopez. They traded for Brook Lopez. They don't even have him.
He left for Milwaukee.
Besides the point.
The disrespect they gave on D'Angelo Russell from the Lakers was just unbelievable. He's having a phenomenal year. I'm so happy for him.
True.
And he's showing everybody why he was drafted number 2. This kid is talented. You had to let him develop. He's, 22 years old? He just turned 22?
Exactly.
Like, why did you give up on him so quickly?
Nah, he's balling. Like, that whole Lakers, they wanted Lonzo. Like, they wanted, like, a new branding, all that stuff. But D'Angelo Russell could play. And he's showing it right now. Like, he's a baller. He's really a baller. I mean, I didn't really rock with the whole, like, you know, whatever situation was happening in the locker room. But he's young. You got to let that go. It's fine. But as a ball player, I'm happy he's finally getting together in Brooklyn, and they're an exciting team for now and in the future if they keep getting the pieces. But he's playing.
They're legit. Balling. They have a great coach.
D'Lo's
and
balling.
You know what the thing is though? Like everyone was saying, oh, he's just a scorer. He's just a scorer. Kyrie Irving was just a scorer before he came over to Boston, and Kyrie Irving has developed into 7 assists a game. You have to let kids develop. Like Kyrie Irving just turned 27, and he's just starting to round out his game, right? You have to let players develop. They're young. They need experience. They need time. And D'Angelo Russell in the playoffs? Sign me up. I want to see that. Yes, please.
I want to see how it goes.
You know, it's going to be exciting. There's a lot of fresh faces in the playoffs. And you know who's not in the playoffs? LeBron. Wow.
All right, y'all. All right. I am a man who admits when he's wrong, and I really hate that I have to do this. I admit when I'm wrong. I'm a man about mine. If you follow us, if you rock with us, I said that the Lakers were going to be in the Western Conference Finals, and I was stressed it. And there was a point when I thought it was good before Christmas that I thought it was going to be good.
What is your prediction for this team? Where do they fall? Where do they go?
Western Conference Finals.
Really?
Yep.
You think they go that far? You think they pass Utah and Houston and OKC?
Yep. I buy the hype on LeBron James. Yeah, okay. At the end of the day, he's made the Eastern Conference Finals how many years in a row? Oh, like the conference finals, 8?
Yeah, more.
7 or 8? At the end of the day, it's the LeBron impact. I feel like he has enough talent around him to make the Lakers a contender in the West Coast. You know the Warriors are going to get there. I feel like there are not enough teams in the West right now who, to me, like, you got the Rockets clearly, and you have the Thunder. Lakers are right there. They have quality pieces. I love Rondo on that team. He's a competitor. I love Lance on that team. JaVale's a decent player, going to get more minutes. I love Beasley on that team. I love Lonzo, Kuzma, Ingram. I think they have a dope core there. I think it's like one of those things like, you know how Tatum and Brown just got assimilated because of all the, injuries and things that happened. I think that with LeBron there, they all grew up quickly. All of them. They have to. It's LeBron. And it's just that effect. And on the West Coast, I just feel like it's going to be a whole different kind of Lake show over there. So that's my pick. I think that it's going to be Warriors, Lakers, and we're going to see what happens. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. That's not, I was wrong, They're not doing anything right now, and that's okay. On to, it's fine. But I can't believe LeBron's not in the playoffs.
I did not think I'd see
I never
that.
thought I would see that, like, ever.
Nope.
Ever. Crazy.
Weird.
That's really weird.
I don't think he's missed the playoffs since
That
04-05 season.
you're talking about a dude who's been to the finals
03.
8 or 9 straight times?
8.
8 straight times. For the last 8 years, LeBron has been in the finals. And now you want to tell me that guaranteed there's going to be a new face in the East coming out? That's cool.
It's really
That's really cool.
And it's refreshing. You know,
Oh,
like,
we needed that.
LeBron's had a weird season, right? The Lakers had a weird season. First of all, they were racked by injuries, so that's one. Like you guys had a lot of injuries. You had Lonzo was out for a lot. Brandon Ingram, I'm happy to hear he's okay.
Get healthy,
guys.
get healthy, bro.
You know, Rondo. Everybody just had so many injuries, and like I understand that, but the whole dynamic was weird. After the Anthony Davis thing,
Yeah,
the team
that
got weird.
It was over after that for me.
You know, I've read things that the Lakers, from league executives saying the Lakers just want to rely on their brand and not really build, just sign stars straight up. Like, I get it, you're the Lakers, but if you focus on I said it from the beginning, like, I didn't want LeBron to go there. I did not, because
It will ruin the development of the young players. You said that straight up.
I
You
said
said it
and
straight up.
I
You
know
did.
Laker fans who thought the same thing, that they did not want LeBron because Kuzma and Ingram and Lonzo were close to the playoffs last year. Like, they were building something toward the end of the year last year. If you watch the NBA, the Lakers were building something. And now you throw in a guy who's, how old's LeBron, 34?
No, yeah.
You
About to
know?
be 35.
Who needs to win now, playing with a bunch of
Kids who don't know how to win
21-year-old
now.
kids, it's not going to work. You needed to, I wish, like, young coach, young team, I really wish they would let it develop. Because, you listen, we're not Laker fans by any stretch of the imagination.
It's the pressure on Magic
It's
in the whole organization.
But I think
They're not used to being in this kind of mode. You know what I mean?
rebuilding.
They're not used
guys.
to being in a rebuilding mode. The Lakers are the Lakers, so that's why they're so, we need to win now. And they thought getting Braun would instantly, like, all right, they're in the playoffs already. And I thought so too. I'm like, you can't bet against LeBron on any team. He did it with the Cavs, like he can do it with the Lakers. I mean, I was shown. I was shown.
Pretty sure
I
I
was shown
told
as
you
well.
they weren't going to make it.
Yeah, you said that to me, but I wasn't listening to anybody. Why? Like, it's LeBron James. You can't bet against him until I just didn't think I would see that. He made the conference finals 8 times in a row. Why would that change?
It's the West.
Yeah, no, I seen that loud and clear now.
It's the West.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
I mean, there are a lot of really good teams in the West, and
No, absolutely.
one
Absolutely.
of them just lost their big man, and I am so
Yo.
sorry to the Portland Trailblazers and Yusuf Nurkic, who get better soon, big guy, but
No.
what an unbelievable, injury that was. I'm so sorry about that.
Crazy injury, man.
If you haven't
Crazy
seen
injury.
it, I haven't seen it, and thankfully I haven't seen it,
Crazy
but he did
injury.
break his leg, and, we're just wishing him the best in Portland, and I hope that team can go far, but you don't know. And shout out real quick to Isaiah Thomas. You guys say anything about Isaiah?
My man, I was at the game, IT. You know I wouldn't miss that. Me and my brother Muna were at the game, and it was a pleasure to see IT getting. I was part of it, just cheering for his name and just cheering him and getting all the praise he deserves. He gave his years here, man. You one of my favorite players, bro. Still one of my favorite players, and I hope he come back. I think hot take. I think he comes back. I think he comes back to Boston. Call me crazy, but I mean, once he's not even in the rotation right now in Denver, and who knows what happens. But I'm not ruling out a hot take to come back to Boston for him. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it would be. You never know, right?
Real.
Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. But
real.
what I can say is that we are, we're glad that you guys got to join us for another episode.
For real.
And we can't wait to do another one.
Real talk. Next episode of Center Court coming soon with Talar, Debo. You know the deal. Keep checking in. Keep tuning in with us. Thank y'all for tuning in.
You gon' be a lion or you gon' be prey? Hunting for the title, I'ma be the predator. Doing what I gotta do, beating every competitor. I am so raw, excuse me, pardon. Rockin' to the top, Dwight Howard, James Harden. So I'm ballin', like I'm Jimmy.